Cogito Ergo Sum, or I think therefore I am, is probably the most famous argument in all of philosophy. But Descartes perhaps didn't intend it as an argument at all, but rather as a rational intuition of something that's self-evidently true. So, I think therefore I am is often associated with the evil demon thought experiment from Descartes' Meditations on First Philosophy. It's a form of radical skepticism where Descartes doubts everything he's ever seen or heard or thought because it's possible that his entire experience has just been the work of an omnipotent evil demon that's been deceiving him. But Descartes argues that even if this is the case and everything he's ever seen or heard has been a deception, he can at least be sure that he exists because there has to be something that's being deceived in the first place. The fact he's able to think about and doubt his existence proves he does exist. Hence, I think, therefore I am. The thing is, Descartes never actually says, I think, therefore I am, in response to the evil demon hypothesis. The argument never actually appears verbatim in Meditations. Instead, the famous I think, therefore I am quote comes from Descartes' earlier work, Discourse on the Method. What Descartes actually says in Meditations in response to the evil demon is, I am, I exist is necessarily true every time I express it or conceive of it in my mind. The difference is that I think therefore I am has the structure of an argument with premises and a conclusion. And the structure of this argument would be something like, everything that thinks is or exists, I think, therefore I am or I exist. But as Descartes says in his replies to Marin Mersenne, if this were an argument, then he would need already to have known the first premise, everything that thinks is or exists, and perhaps this premise could have been a lie put there by an evil demon. So instead, Descartes says the Cogito argument should be understood like this. When we take in that we are thinking things, this is a basic principle that isn't arrived at through any syllogism. When someone says, I am thinking, therefore I am or I exist, he isn't inferring existence from thought by means of a syllogism. Rather, a simple intuition of his mind shows it to him as self-evident. In other words, Cogito Ergo Sum is not an argument from premises to conclusion, it's just a conclusion, but it's a conclusion that's self-evidently true and, for Descartes, something that's impossible to doubt.